Need some coins to that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out mudpacks.com where you guys can open up exciting packs, win tons of mud coins, and withdraw the coins to your account. Use code ZERK for 15% off.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
I gotta say, I absolutely love the days when we get some Madden 24 info. But not only that, today we have some really big Madden 24 info, with today being the gameplay deep dive, and I can vouch for a lot of stuff they're saying in here because I played the beta. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Lucas Hanna for being a part of the Nota Gang. If you guys want a chance to shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel. Turn notification bell on and comment down below. Nota Gang. Also, guys, the season-long NFL picks over on Underdog, they keep getting better and better. They actually just added in receiving touchdowns for receivers, for tight ends, and also for running backs. And also, we're getting a couple more lines like rushing yards for certain quarterbacks. Like, I really like this Russell Wilson rushing line 1 and a ton more. So if you guys want to check out these NFL season-long projections, make sure you guys check out Underdog Fantasy and use code ZERK to match first deposit up to $100. Follow me over on Twitter for my picks, and I'm also going to be running some private drafts throughout the summer so you guys can get in and do a fantasy draft versus me, including one this afternoon. Follow me over on Twitter to get in on that. All right, guys, so we have the Madden 24 gameplay deep dive to talk about. They did put out this gridiron notes. I also will let you guys know that they did release an official gameplay trailer as well over on Madden NFL YouTube, but they also kind of covered every single thing they talked about in the trailer in the gridiron notes as well. So I'll talk about it and can also talk about my personal experience because, as I said, I played the beta, and I can vouch for a lot of the stuff. So let's take a look at a lot of stuff they're talking about here. FieldSense. Last season, the response from players to the added control that FieldSense delivered in gameplay was extremely positive. Our team continues to focus on our core player in Madden NFL 24, especially in 3 key areas. Enhanced realism with the next evolution of FieldSense. 100%, I will say you guys will definitely notice when you get your hands on Madden 24 if you've not played the beta, the kind of tackling animations. I feel like, especially with like receivers in the air, there is a lot going on there. That is really cool. Smarter AIs with dozens of improvements to foundational football, especially in opposing QBs, run blocking, and pass coverage. Now, 100%, one thing I will vouch for right here is the run blocking, okay? And more so, I will say, open field run blocking. And I'll talk about that more once we get to kind of that aspect there, but that is one of the biggest things that I noticed from playing the Madden 24 beta right there. Deeper immersion through the introduction of the new Sapien technology and upgrades to game day emotion. So hit everything 2.0, catch tackles, expanding on our mid-air catch tackle animation system from Madden 23, which obviously if you guys don't know what that is, pretty much just, you know, when a receiver's in the air, you can actually hit them. Well, in Madden 23, that was pretty much it, right? They had to be kind of going for an aggressive catch or leaping into the air, whatever. It's a little bit different. We can now branch to swats, catch tackles, and hit sticks in all contested catch situations, not just jumping catches. 100% can vouch for that. Players now have more control to defend curl routes, slants, and streaks with a variety of realistic outcomes. We included new animations to come in and make interactions between receivers and defenders look and feel more authentic. 100% you can notice this, especially on routes like slants, whatever, going over the middle. You can hit stick a receiver, and yeah, they may end up dropping the ball. A ton of different places you can hit a receiver, and they might drop it, right? On a curl route, you hit them in the back, they might drop that. Tackling control and variety. You'll feel more control with a greater differentiation of tackle types based on defender size and strength matchup against the ball carrier. The new defender advantage formula chooses tackles more dynamically based on the player's rating, size, speed, and momentum, which results in the following. Getting rid of the concept of conservative tackle is now wrap tackle, and the outcomes are based on our tackle advantage algorithm. Smaller defenders will now take out the legs of bigger ball carriers. Big man wrap tackles that wrap and drive the ball carrier back. Example, think of Vita Vea grabbing a running back trying to run up the middle. There definitely are some really cool animations, by the way. Like, I would consider them almost like a pile driver tackle animation, like really cool. All new scoop tackles are high impact form tackles that pick the ball carrier off the ground. That's exactly what I was talking about. We added and adjusted 1,700 plus tackle animations to hit everything. So I know some people maybe don't care about the animation side of things. They want to see like how the gameplay actually works with blocking and whatever else. But some of the animations are really, really cool when it does come to tackling. Now, blocking, this is one of the biggest things that I will vouch for here. Dev note, run blocking got a significant upgrade because of both FieldSense and foundational football upgrades in Madden 24. The run game is more physical due to Hit Everything 2.0. Keep reading below to learn how we made foundational football upgrades make our blockers even more intelligent and devastating in the run game. We have implemented the Hit Everything technology into blocking, enabling a new level of versatility for blockers with the ability to chip block, enter and exit double teams on the fly. Blockers can seamlessly navigate through defenders and blocking interactions, preventing blockers from getting stuck on ongoing interactions or having to retarget away from their intended targets when colliding with an adjacent defender. We've also extended the stand-up tackle system from Madden 23 to the offense, which now unlocks blockers' abilities to join in on a gang tackle and push the pile forward. This happens contextually by AI-controlled blockers when in the proper position to push the ball carrier forward relative to the position of the pile-up. So yes, I can absolutely say that I feel like blocking in Madden 24 is way better. The number one thing that I will mention here that I actually didn't see mentioned in the gridiron notes but was mentioned in the video was the open field blocking, okay? I feel like receivers, sometimes in years, especially even this year, right? They may block for a second, maybe they don't even block anybody, but you just see them standing in the open field, right? How many times have you guys ran up the sidelines and you walk past your receiver who's just kind of standing there like the play is over? That does not happen in Madden 24. And Madden 24, those guys are going out there, they are taking the proper angles and they are actually trying to get to a safety, trying to get to a corner, trying to get to a linebacker. And this goes for both linemen and also receivers. I really, really feel like in Madden 24, the angles that they take to try to help in the run blocking is really, really good. That is one key thing that I noticed within the first like 2 games of playing the Madden 24 beta was how much better the open field run blocking is. I will say I really, really like that. Skill-based passing 2.0. Madden 24 introduces an upgrade to our passing system, new jump and dive passes for players like Mahomes. You guys have already seen that, the diving Mahomes animation, and Josh Allen improvise when they need to get a clear passing lane. In the video they showed above as well, they did show Josh Allen like jumping to make a pass over the lineman. We added more no-look pass animations. On top of that, we improved our pass animation system for better visuals and targeting. We've also done more work with our pass accuracy percentages to reflect real NFL accuracy rates. We've modified the placement of slightly inaccurate passes so they aren't so far out of range and have a chance to be catchable with dives or tough catches. Dev tip, while rare, the dive pass can lead to exciting moments for top-tier stars like Patrick Mahomes. Players can attempt a dive pass when rolling out to the sideline and throwing short passes with the defender closely trailing. We made this update based on beta feedback. Our team was able to tweak and tailor these throws to ensure they only happen in proper situations. Jump passes happen when standing in the pocket and throwing short with a defender in front of you. I know some people didn't like the Mahomes throw. I don't really understand why, to be honest with you. I think it's cool, right? I think it's dope. I think it's really, really cool. There really wasn't overpowered, right? Actually, someone did slow it down, comparing that throw, the diving Mahomes throw, to like a just normal on-the-run throw, and it was slower to make that pass. Like, it actually is worse to get that animation to trigger. So I know some people didn't like it because they thought it would be like too OP. It's not the case. Catching improvements. Madden 24 introduces a new revamped catching system with hundreds of new animations designed to significantly reduce the frequency of missed catches and improve on areas like maintaining speed and momentum when catching the ball. I can 100% say that when you throw the ball, I will say down the field, like if your receiver is heading down the field on a post route, on a streak route, something like that, you definitely notice that. I almost felt like you kind of got like a speed boost for sure. So I can definitely say I agree with that there. Stuff like slants, whatever, you kind of really do keep your speed. This year, players will be able to hit a receiver in stride and maintain speed, more easily catching it open across the middle, get the appropriate catch on a curl, or check down or running back in the flats, get upfield faster. I will say this one right here, check down or running back in the flats, get upfield faster. I noticed like a couple of times there were some animations where I was throwing to the flats to the running back, and I felt like I got stuck in a terrible animation and I was kind of stuck there. That's one thing I will say that I maybe don't necessarily agree with, is that right there, because I felt like I would catch it, still be in the flats for like a second, couldn't juke, couldn't move up the field, whatever. So again, it was the beta, they'll tune stuff, we'll see about that when the game actually drops. Dive catches are back in full force, so you can see players lay out for the ball when they can't get otherwise make the catch. I'm not sure that's the correct grammar right there, but okay. Dev tip, the best way to see dive catches in action is with the freeform passing and leading the receivers to the border or just outside of the ellipse. Now we get into the new technology, the Sapien technology. They implemented the new Sapien skeleton to make sure that the movement of our players on field look and feel as real as possible. To achieve a new level of animation fidelity and smooth movement, we knew that our performance skeleton needed to be updated. So we built a brand new skeleton from the ground up, delivering authenticity and ensuring our animations are true to life. That looks pretty sick right there. The Sapien skeleton ensures all the player models and NFL athlete data now performs fluidly once mapped. This scan data served the basis for our unique in-game character models. In Madden 24, we applied the scan data to the Sapien skeleton, and the results were fantastic. Not only do our all-new animations look great, but thousands of old animations were instantly upgraded. The result is that animations became more fluid for the players, especially in the run game. Visually, the characters' bodies look much more realistic, especially in motion. Keep your eye on ankles and wrist joints, which are especially improved. Across our multiple body types, you can really notice these improvements are heavy-type players like Trent Williams or Leonard Williams, looking incredible with a unique combination of size and athleticism. So here you can see Quentin Nelson from Madden 23 to Madden 24, the difference in the body. Also, we do have referees back in the game. You guys can see they have male and female referees. I know some people really like to see the refs on the field. Personally, I don't really care, but some people do. Foundational football, so blocking. It looks like they actually do talk about the open field blocking here. So blocking, new AI system is built on counting defenders in the box, then matching up with each available blocker based on the blocking scheme, which means the most dangerous defenders to desired point attack will be accounted for before players farther away, making it more difficult to manipulate blocking behavior and exploit defensive setups. We overhauled open field blocking by asking blockers in the open field to do less. This new AI system filters targets to give open field blockers less players to account for, and ultimately has them commit to a single target sooner in the play and stay focused on making their block. 100%, I can say, yes, that is true. This allows you as the ball carrier to confidently anticipate when they are going and make decisions without any unwelcome surprises. Elite blockers will stand out more. Highly rated blockers will much more likely to throw dominating blocks and match up with smaller defenders. Dev tip, be cautious using sub-defense formation with more bodies in the field to stop the run with these elite blockers in action. So this is essentially saying, for those of us that love to run safety as a middle linebacker because linebackers can't jump, it looks like potentially this year, this is when we may notice. Maybe we just have to run with linebackers and we won't be able to animate in the pass game. That may be kind of bad. Defensive back AI and coverage. Madden 24 makes some big strides in pass coverage. We added new DB movement types called read steps. These are slower back pedals that allow them to evaluate the routes and attack the short pass game, while also looking more authentic and athletic in their movement. Slants and short crosses have a higher chance of breakups or interceptions. I can definitely say that when it comes to slants, it seems like you get hit a lot. We've added crossover movements that allow the DBs to move at high speeds and still see the ball to make a play on it. Users also have the ability to control whether they strafe, crossover, or sprint. Based on player feedback, our team worked to eliminate cases where physics DBs would sometimes break on balls they couldn't see. Now defenders need to see the ball to break on it. This was common in man coverage and is much improved. We call this see ball, play ball on the dev team. That is pretty good because man coverage is really OP in Madden 23. Last, we have tuned zone coverage defender break time so that defenders can shut down passes made into their zone by intercepting swatting with more contextually appropriate animations, or be in position to land a big catch tackle to knock the ball out. Defensive AI, read and react. Our run defense AI will now have the ability to read repeated plays ran by the offense and react in a more realistic manner. Defenses will start to key in on repetitive offensive run plays. If a team is running the same play out of the same formation, that is a tell to the defense. Once the defense keys in on this, defenders will play their run fit and starting the gap as soon as the ball is snapped. This will not apply on a play action run. How quickly defenders begin to adjust will be dictated by the skill level the user is playing on. On rookie mode, it will take the defense more time to catch on and predict what play is coming compared to our all Madden difficulty, where the defense may only need one play before they make effective adjustments. Your players and ratings are still a huge factor here. An example of this would be that a defensive lineman with a block shed and strength ratings will still be, again, a couple grammatic errors here, outmatched by an offensive lineman with higher blocking ratings, resulting in still having a higher, better chance at protecting the ball carrier in the run game. The difference here is that the defense will not make the same mistakes as the offense runs what they have seen consistently. All of this result with a more authentic experience as the defense responds just like how their real-life counterparts would. Quarterback AI quarterback logic has been completely overhauled to make the opposing QBs play like their real-life counterparts, as well as making it a real challenge to compete against. So in like Madden Ultimate Team, let's say, solo, someone like Lamar, yeah, they may go ahead and actually be running the football a lot. Other QBs may do certain things like Mahomes. Obviously, he likes to throw the ball deep. They may do that a lot. So you can see right here, the new decision-making trait realistically determines how each QB leverages it. Historically, QBs only had 3 pass lead points to choose from. Now there are 12. Example, lead a seam vertical inside against a cover 3 drop. Lead an outside streak up the sideline between the flat and safety against cover 2. Conservative trait will throw to partially covered receivers if it's a star wide receiver, they're down multiple possessions, or a receiver who isn't far downfield. It may also throw short of the sticks or check down in third and long situations. Example, Kirk Cousins. Ideal trait, the archetype knows exactly when to try and fit a tight window, tailored logic. Tight window throw, I should say. Tailored logic for if their wide receivers in the end zone, they're backed up on their own side of the field, or they're at multiple possessions. Patrick Mahomes. And then Josh Allen, obviously they're going to try to throw the ball deep. All QBs now use the new pathfinding technology covered in the ball carrier AI section below for evading pressure and in the open field. This means mobile QBs like Justin Fields are more true to life than ever before. Fumble recoveries and onside kicks. Fumble recoveries have been improved with hundreds of new fumble recovery animations, more realistic reaction times based, and the addition of city versus country fumble AIs. I will say this, in the beta, fumbles are terrible, okay? If you try to pitch the ball back, which sometimes I do, if you get an interception and there's like someone really, really close, you might try to pitch it back to like another DB so you can, run it back for TD. A lot of times that DB was not catching it. I don't think anytime actually. The DB behind me caught it, and then the ball was just in the ground. You got some really bad pile-ups. There'd be a fumble on the ground, and people would run by, try to scoop it up, couldn't do it. But again, it's the beta. Hopefully that is actually improved. City fumbles are crowded pile-ups where people will dive in the ball to gain possession versus country fumbles, or where players can look to scoop and score. Players can also recover the ball from the ground, so you'll now see cases where players can dive and miss or get tackled and then get that ball from the ground. They've also improved our tip ball physics and reaction times, also added new special teams formations and overhauled onside kicks to get more realistic ball physics and recoveries. Ball carrier AI, they've implemented frostbite navigation grid capabilities for better assessment of the playing field and threats, resulting in more appropriate ball carrier movement through the chaos of the play and a better ability to run to green grass, make smarter cutbacks at the line of scrimmage, and avoid the sideline. Logical improvements to decision making when special moves are appropriate for the specific ball carrier, making AI ball carriers play to their strengths more effectively. To top off the AI ball carrier improvements, they can now take advantage of the 360 cuts feature to methodically plant a foot to hit the run gap. And the last couple of things, guys, Madden 24, they added 70 new offensive formations that contain 500 plus new plays. You'll find formations and plays that are not only authentic to each NFL team's offensive scheme, but also unique components to every NFL team's offensive playbook, specifically tailored to take advantage of all of the gameplay improvements we have shared today. And then post-play emotion, pretty much, yeah, you see stuff going on after the play with your, corners and your receivers talking, whatever, which is kind of cool. Expect to see the opposing receiver let you know he got that first down, while your cornerback shows frustration and disbelief during the post-play. If you care about that, there you go. And that is it pretty much here. Now, in terms of like the next thing to come out though, guys, next Wednesday, we actually will be getting the franchise deep dive. So that, guys, was the gameplay deep dive. Let me know down below what you guys think about it. A lot of stuff. And I gotta say, I understand if you haven't played the beta and you may think, oh, it's just the same game as Madden 23. People love to say that Madden going from one Madden to the next is just the same game with a couple of tunes. This game does feel quite a bit different, and I do think it is because of the hit animations, some of the animations you see, the run blocking in the open field is one of the biggest things that I will say that I noticed as well. If you haven't played the beta, I think once you play it, hopefully they send out another wave of codes. I don't know when that will be. Maybe you will kind of change your opinion on that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, and of course hit that sub button down below. Let me know down below what you guys think about all this. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.